Now, KCAU 9 News starts with your forecast first.
Good afternoon, Siouxland. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. We have a live view outside from our Yankton, South Dakota camera. We saw some jet skis on the waters there of Lewis and Clark Lake earlier this afternoon. Some unusually warm temperatures in the 80s and 90s throughout Siouxland. 91 degrees in Wayne and Norfolk. The temperature is now 92 in Tacoma, 86 degrees in Cherokee, 87 in Spencer. We're going to be close to record high temperatures tomorrow afternoon. Some pretty large changes, though, later on this week. We'll talk about some rain chances and a big cool down. It's all in the 9 on 9 forecast. KCAU 9 News at 5 starts right now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber. A jury has convicted R&B star R. Kelly on all 9 counts he was accused of. He was found guilty of all charges in racketeering and sex trafficking. Details from court now in our top story at 5. That trial included decades of allegations of sexual misconduct by the singer toward a number of women, including those who were minors at the time. A jury heard riveting testimony from the accusers describing their encounters with Kelly. There was also graphic video and audio recordings played for the courtroom. The defense labeled the accusers groupies and stalkers.
They cherry-picked a version and ran with that version. They totally ignore the inconsistencies that all of these witnesses gave in their debriefing. They tried, and I guess they successfully did it, was to massage it. But it's a situation wherein I don't know if I'm more disappointed in the juror's verdict or the government's action in this case.
I have pursued many sexual predators who have committed crimes against women and children. Of all the predators that I have pursued, however, Mr. Kelly is the worst for many reasons. First, he used the power of his celebrity to recruit vulnerable underage girls for the purpose of sexually abusing them.
Kelly faces 10 years to life in prison. His legal problems don't end today, though. Other jurisdictions have also filed charges against R. Kelly. And here in Sioux City, police are requesting charges be dropped against a man in connection to a shooting on Nebraska Street. That incident happened just after 3 in the afternoon on Friday, September 24th. It left one man hospitalized. Detectives say a witness intentionally misidentified Words as the person who fired the shots. Word was involved in the incident and fled the scene before officers arrived. Police say the correct suspect has now been identified and since charged. If your morning cup of coffee seems to be more expensive than usual, it's not in your head. Coffee prices are expected to rise nationwide and here in Siouxland because of the price of the bean. It is higher than it has been in years. Supply and demand issues, along with labor shortages, also play a role in that increase. Coffee King is a local shop here, and they also sell coffee beans to other stores. Megan Vogel is the store manager and says this year is anything but normal.
Right now, all of these trends kind of go out the window because of the volatility of the coffee prices. We've actually had to implement an additional price increase here in 2021, which Coffee King has not done that in the entire time that we have been around.
Coming up tonight at 6, you'll hear how local shops are handling these higher prices. And the average price of gas has inched up by more than a penny over the past 2 weeks. The national average now sitting at $3.25 a gallon. That's $1 more than 1 year ago. Analysts say the small increase was due to a rise in the cost of crude oil nationwide. The highest average price right now in the country for regular unleaded is in the San Francisco Bay Area. That's at $4.47 a gallon. The lowest in Houston, Texas, at about $2.72 a gallon. An invasive species continues to impact the Iowa Great Lakes ecosystem and our surrounding waterways. Zebra mussels have multiplied in recent years, causing the Iowa DNR to be on high alert. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources advises boaters in the region to check their boats for any mussels or sitting water and then to dispose of it immediately. The mussels are known to be competing for vital nutrients that native species here rely on. KCAU 9's Jason Toktagian shares how zebra mussels are impacting one Lake Okoboji business. That story coming up tonight at 10. And Arnold's Park Amusement Park is preparing for their second annual Bogie Scare. The park announced its final day of operation for the season on September 6th, and ever since has been redecorating to turn into a haunted experience. Bogie Scare will have haunted houses, live actors, and all of them giving guests a thrill. The experience set to begin October 1st, so just a few days now, and run every Friday and Saturday in the month of October. That is leading up to the final day of operation on Halloween. The much-awaited return of Riversance is soon at hand. Work to get Riverside Park ready for the influx of Knights, Pirates, and Royals has already begun. This year, Riversance will have some enhanced sanitation and even more shows for the family. KCAU-9 spoke with Phil Clays, the organizer of all Rivercade events, about how excited they are to be back.
It's been such a wonderful run, and I think this is going to be a big year because we're supposed to have good weather. Hopefully God will bless us that way. And it's just something that we do in Sioux City as part of the Rivercade experience of creating fun.
October 2nd and 3rd will mark the 18th annual Kingdom of Riversance Renaissance Gathering. Siouxland Freedom Park is getting another monument to the men and women who fight for our country. Artist Ray Sorensen has begun work on a Freedom Rock located at that park. It will depict the faces of our local fallen men and women and also pay tribute to those who still fight. Sorensen's work can be seen on Freedom Rocks across our nation.
To all the men and women that stand at the ready to protect this nation and protect us and our values. So hopefully that's a little bit of the debt I'm paying, and hopefully when people come up and see this that they're inspired, get a little bit of patriotism, a little bit of love for our country and what we stand for here.
That Freedom Rock expected to be complete sometime next week. Quick turnaround. And we do have beautiful weather. I know our last few stories have mentioned that. Painting outdoors key for kind of what we have today here in Siouxland, although, Scott, it feels like summer.
That's right, Sophie. I know that you like the hot temperatures out there. We were able to deliver those today in the upper 80s and lower 90s throughout Siouxland. 92 this afternoon in Sioux City. That is 1 degree short of the record high temperature from 1956 on this date. Tonight will cool things off into the 50s around the area. Expecting to see a low of 56 in Sioux City, 57 in Yankton. We bring the heat once more tomorrow with high temperatures close to records once more. We'll talk about a big cool down, though, coming later this week and some rain chances. It's all in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Iowa is seeing a surge in new COVID-19 cases tonight, and as a result, there's a rush to find more tests, but the testing process isn't going smoothly across the board. With flu season coming, even a mild cough could push someone to get tested for COVID-19 this year. And as a result, some urgent care locations are seeing a 30% increase in patients seeking COVID-19 tests, with that number expected to rise over the next few months.
We've been wearing masks for 20 months, and so immune systems are all-time low. People, you need that constant viral insult, if you know, that you get out in the community before COVID times, just to keep up your immune system. And so now the first or second illness that people get, it's knocking them down.
Some urgent care locations are declining to test asymptomatic people and instead pointing them to local pharmacies. And tonight, the Justice Department is opening up an investigation into Zoom's connections in China after a $15 billion deal to buy cloud carrier Five9. Last month, the DOJ requested the FCC defer action on that deal pending a U.S. telecom security review. Now, Five9 has FCC authorization to act as a common carrier, connecting domestic and overseas networks. And it had planned to transfer that permission to Zoom. Zoom still expects the acquisition to close sometime in the first half of 2022. The newest military branch in the United States we know is the Space Force, and it's preparing to launch its next mission, adding more satellites that can detect and track elusive missiles. Our Washington correspondent Jesse Tenner explains.
These are missions people have wanted to do for a long time.
The U.S. Space Force is turning a new way of defending against missiles into a reality.
Do all of that from space in real time.
Dr. Derek Tournier, the Space Development Agency director, says the newest military branch is running experiments on a handful of satellites to detect and track missiles across the world.
Send that directly down to a weapon so that you can intercept and neutralize that threat.
Tournier says Space Force is a year away from doing just that with dozens of military satellites.
The only way we're able to get there is because the affordability of the satellites have come way down.
Because of partnerships with the growing commercial space industry, Tournier says the cost of a single satellite can be as low as $14 million instead of billions of dollars.
That's unheard of, and we believe that price will continue to go down.
Turnier expects the same for launching the satellites into orbit, a change in cost from hundreds to tens of millions.
Which is a huge difference when you're talking about launching hundreds and hundreds of satellites.
That's Space Force's goal for 2024 and beyond, a pace they say they need to keep up with countries like China and Russia, who also have a key interest in space defense. In Washington, I'm Jessie Tenor.